This lightweight bout is brought to you by Branched Out Lawn, Tree, and Gutters, your ultimate outdoor innovation company. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Bogart, Missouri, Kaleb Young! Fighting out of the red corner, from Lee Summit, Zwolak! Folks, you know what to do. Let's make some noise!
Another Caveman Crew Glory matchup, man. Earlier in the fights, we had a great fight. I think this is going to be a phenomenal one as well. Let's get this going.
The bell, round number one. Rudy Bear's Caveman Crew versus Glory with James Krause Grand Dawson in the corner. It's like the Kansas City 2020 version of 1990s Russia versus Brazil MMA. Competitive and respectful. Kaleb Young, black and red trunks. Muhammad Zwolak, black and yellow trunks. Just before this fight started, Grand Dawson said to me, Muhammad Zwolak is the future. And there's 5-0 in his AMI MMA career. Kaleb Young comes in 6-3 as an AMI. Walk down straight punches by Kaleb Young, putting Zwolak on his back foot. Tonight's fight clock is presented by Boy Excavating. To the inside comes Zwolak, and the big takedown.
Good body lock right there by Zwolak. In good position that he has right now.
Working out of that tight closed half guard of Young is Muhammad Zwolak, trying to walk up the body.
Young's trying to control the posture of Zwolak just so he doesn't posture up and lay down some punches. I think he felt the power whenever they were standing. But what he needs to do is get his back against the cage. You see how Zwolak is pulling his back away from him and putting his body between him and the cage. This is going to prevent Young from being able to get up.
Zwolak trying to angle up, trying to exit out of that tight closed half guard of Young.
He's looking for that arm triangle. As you can see, he's got his head right in the armpit, looking for that slip up. His left arm's perfectly underneath the head of Young. Zwolak just needs to lock his hands and just, it'll cause a little opening. Let's see it.
Now for the head and arm choke, that arm triangle.
Well, that's in tight.
So tough though out of half guard, but he might get it. There's a lot of squeeze and pressure. And the explosive turn by Young, that's extremely well done. As tight as that was, that of course is so tough to get from half guard.
Oh, absolutely.
Now in the closed guard, Zwolak hits takedown number 2 of this fight.
The pressure Zwolak's putting on Young right now on the stand-up that caused that takedown is just, it's getting him tired, getting him worried about the takedown itself, so he can't set anything up. But Zwolak's doing a perfect job right here of controlling the hips, controlling the posture, so he can land some punches.
Ooh. Can opener position. Zwolak going old school, trying to open up that tight, closed low guard of Kaleb Young. Thought Kaleb Young was looking to go mission control for a moment.
He looked like he was going to do something special, a little bit of rubber guard maybe, but I don't know what his goal is. Is he trying to stand up? Oh, good sweep. Oh, good sweep attempt, I should say.
Final seconds, round number 1. Very entertaining. Kaleb Young, Muhammad Zwolak, amateur 155-pounders. And we head to round 2.
Man, good job by Zwolak in this round. I love how he is pressuring forward, keeping the pace there, but keeping composed. He didn't rush into anything that he wasn't ready for. He knew exactly where he was going at every part of this round. And what I would like to see a little bit more whenever Zwolak takes down Young is I would like to see Young to open his hits up. That closed guard does not work in MMA. You don't win fights on a closed guard off your back. It's just going to put you into trouble. I feel like he's going to have a better edge in the stand-up if he can keep it standing. That's where I see his confidence. He told me in the back that he is a heavy striker and he's more of a power striker. So I would love to see him go after this and keep it a standing fight.
Last month, November 12th, to be exact, marked the 27th anniversary of the start of MMA proper, UFC 1. We talked about the evolution earlier in this broadcast, how suddenly calf kicks are in vogue, and what's completely out of vogue is closed guard. You just really do not see it at the highest levels anymore.
They change it up now, you know, like fighters have been so evolved that closed guard is not the same as it used to be. Now it's doing the rubber guard, which if you have a good rubber guard, we can do something different, but not today's day, man. Everybody's got good posture and good balance now.
Round number 2, both fighters swinging big, and Zwolak landing on cue, and the firing right back from Young. That backs off Zwolak, lands the right hand. Plan B for Zwolak, taking that right hand, the level change in the takedown.
That was a beautiful level change as he was getting pressured. Zwolak was getting pressured by Young. He dropped down right underneath that cross for that double leg. Amazing. But look at the knowledge of Zwolak. He's looking over to his corner, asking for advice, listening to them, keeping the posture.
Zwolak, tricky with his bottom game. Looking half butterfly now in the low closed guard.
I feel like Young right now is just wanting to stop these punches. He's just going to hang on, and hopefully the ref can pull it up, but it's very difficult. Oh, we got a little rubber guard going here. It's too difficult with someone in that tripod position. As you can see, Zwolak has his head on top of Young's head, and his feet are up, his butt is high. It's very hard to get your legs beyond his shoulders to control his posture. It's tough. You're just gonna have to open your guard up, kind of give up your back, and try to shoot up at this point.
Zwolak looking to dive back in, and he does. Now looking to take the back.
Jump
both
right
hooks in.
Oh, and the rear naked choke.
That is tight.
Wow.
The tap and the
Wow.
win for Mohamed Zwolak. He's now 6-0 in his rapidly emerging amateur MMA career.
That was so fast. He didn't give him a chance. The moment he turned to his back, he jumped in, put the legs in, and I think he had the rear naked choke in before the legs were even locked. Beautiful, beautiful display, and like Grant Dawson said, the future. The MacPac replay right here. As you see, Zwolak dove his head in, threw Young over, jumped in, put his legs in, dropped the hooks in, and got the rear naked choke, sunk in deep, tight, and that was the night.
You see the hand positioning on the choke. There's just crank in there as well. It's power, it's explosiveness, and it's clean technique.
That style of crank, instead of locking your hand right inside the crease of your elbow, you do what we call as a Captain America. I don't know why it's called the Captain America. You just grab your hands and you pull it close to your chest. That right there is very difficult. And Zwolak, I'm telling you this, I've rolled with him. He is probably one of the strongest, lighter guys I've ever gone with. So I feel that pain right there. I feel that squeeze.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this bout has ended. 1 minute and 38 seconds of the second round. Your winner by tap out, rear naked choke, out of the red corner, Mohamed Zwolak.
Grant Dawson was just saying to us, from his position in the cage down to our position at the commentary table, you see what I'm talking about with Mohamed Zwolak. Absolutely, we see.
Man, he's 6-0. 5 out of 6 fights have all been finishes. I mean, Zwolak has a future, and it's bright right now.
Kaleb Young showing his skill, especially with his bottom game, but it was the explosiveness mixed with that power you talked about that you've experienced firsthand in training, and the clean technique of Zwolak getting him that win. Victorious by way of second round submission, Mohamed Zwolak defeats Kaleb Young.